What's up, guys? Mason the Brock Henderson here, and this is a review of USA versus Honduras. Convincing 6-0 victory. And I just want to go ahead and apologize. I may be talking a little bit funny, or maybe clearing my throat. One, there's a lot of pollen. And two, because this was played on the West Coast, it started like 11 o'clock our time. So it's now 1 o'clock in the morning, so I'm a little bit tired. The pollen's been getting to me, so this is probably going to be a bit of a sloppy review. But, I mean, let's talk about, first of all, just the result in general. 6-0 is a great result no matter what. But, considering the circumstances, I mean, 2 losses in the first 2 games, so not looking good for us. We needed a result that wasn't just, oh, we beat Honduras. Okay, well, you beat Honduras at home, whatever. That doesn't mean anything. But to beat them 6-0 and with such a good performance to go along with it, it kind of just it made it feel like, okay, this is a legit win. This is not something that we just yeah, we eked it through. Yeah, we made it just past. No, we put on a convincing performance. All around, it was pretty good. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm really, really happy with the result and the performance to go along with it. So let's talk about the lineup. Basically, part of this is there's a lack of depth right now because of all the injuries, and there are a lot of people who haven't really been playing that much at their clubs. So, yeah, we're kind of bare bones at the moment. Tim Howard in goal, which is always a good thing to hear because even at an older age, he's still such a solid keeper. And beyond just making great saves, he's also a good leader back there. You can just see the defense has a lot more confidence whenever he's in there compared to when Guzan's in there. Nothing against Guzan or anything, but you just feel like Howard is commanding that penalty area. Into the back four, you have Cameron on the right. Like I said, bare bones. We don't have Yedlin, and on top of that, Chandler I think is the only other option, and I'd rather not. I don't know if Bruce Arena has the same thought process there, but I mean, Cameron was the second choice for right back, I guess. So he played right back, and then Villafania, who I don't really know, played left with Brooks and Gonzalez in the middle. Now, of all those performances, I would say that they were all decent at best. Honduras didn't really get a whole lot of chances, but the problem is when they did get chances, it was a little too easy for them at times. Like there was one in the first half where the cross comes in and the guy just chests and is able to turn and have a shot with Brooks right there next to him. And sometimes it was too easy for that to happen. They nearly made it 3-1 right before half, but luckily the guy missed. So I don't know. There were times when our defense looked really, really solid, like it couldn't be penetrated. And then there were times when our defense looked really sloppy and really all over the place and not really sure what they're doing and giving the ball away too easily. So Cameron did okay, but he had to come out because he's been struggling with the injury. Brooks and Gonzalez, I mean, Brooks did okay at times, Gonzalez did okay at times, but they had their moments where it's kind of scary. And obviously Brooks went out with an injury. And then Villafania didn't really see much from him. Saw a few mistakes, saw a few good plays. So all in all, our defense wasn't really a strong point tonight. We ended up with a clean sheet somehow, but I think that was more just from Honduras' lack of attack than it was our great defense, because it was pretty sloppy at times. Up into the midfield, I was wondering what it was going to be, because Nagbe, Pulisic, Leggett, and Bradley were all playing. And so a lot of people were saying, oh, it's going to be Bradley and Leggett in the middle with Nagbe and Pulisic on the wings. Well, as the game started going on, I noticed it was more of a diamond midfield with Pulisic in behind the strikers. Bradley is the defensive mid, and then Nagbe and Leggett on left and right, respectively. So, first going to talk about the one that may piss some people off, but frankly, I don't care. Bradley still does not deserve to play. He scored a goal tonight, yes, but overall his performances are just really, really poor for somebody who not only is the captain of the team, but also is supposed to be that kind of distributing defensive midfielder. he doesn't distribute well. He doesn't defend that well. Honestly, the only thing that I'll say about tonight is that after the goal, he looked a lot more lively than he has in the past several games that he's played in. Just most of the times, it's not just, oh, his passing's poor, his defending's poor. It's also, oh, and he's slow and not really moving that much. After he scored the goal tonight, it's like that gave him the energy to move around a lot more. But it didn't change the fact that his passing is still poor and his defending is still poor. How many times did he give away the ball? I think Howard probably had a better passing percentage than he did. Because there's just too many times where he's either too slow to get the pass away, or it's right to the other team, or it's a mishit long ball right to the keeper. But still, you're supposed to be the distributor there. You're supposed to be the guy that keeps possession for us. But instead, it turns into, oh no, Bradley's got the ball. Guys start getting back on defense. He's about to lose it. It's really it's shocking that he can manage to do that so often, and nobody's talking about it. Nobody's talking about how bad that is. I mean, there was one in particular where it's like he gave it away, and it came back to him, and he gave it away again. It was in the first half early on. It was just two giveaways back to back. I'm just like, what are you doing? And then there's one where the guy's going nowhere. Cameron's got him held up, and Bradley just comes in from behind and whacks his legs out. And all of a sudden they've got a free kick in a dangerous position. So overall, he's not that good for me. I don't think we have any worse options. Well, Beckerman. But we've definitely got better options. I mean, Jones obviously was suspended for this one, but I think he'd be better there. I think Kleshin would even be better there. I just think there's so many better options than Bradley right now that it amazes me that he still gets to play as much as he does. So, I don't know, maybe Bruce Arena will look at it and see what we've been seeing for a while. Or maybe he'll just be like, oh, Bradley's been here forever. He's a good leader. I don't know. I don't see Bradley as, I guess, the player that everybody else seems to praise him for being. I don't see him as that at all. Onto the wings. Legit obviously came out after not that long because of a bad foul, injured him. But, from what I saw, he looked lively. I mean, got himself a goal, but even then the goal wasn't that great. He kind of mishit it as it went in. If he had missed it, it would have been something really terrible, but I don't know. He didn't have enough time to really show what he could or couldn't do. Nagbe kind of flowed in and out of the game at times. There are times when he picked up the ball and looked pretty good on it, and then all of a sudden he disappears for 15 to 20 minutes. So there's a lot of hype coming into this set of matches for him to be on the team and to play and to get time. Honestly, based on what I've seen from him so far internationally, I don't see it. I don't see this amazing player that needs to start game after game after game. I'd rather have Bedoya in over him. And obviously Bedoya came in for legit, but I see more from Bedoya from his hard work and just his persistence than I do from Nagbe's little skill moves that he does from time to time, and only whenever he really gets on the ball. Whenever he's not on the ball, it's like he's not involved in the game. It's like he's not making the runs that he needs to make, or if he is, it's not the right run. So, I don't know. I didn't see enough from him tonight to convince me otherwise. I still think he's just a very average player, and I think Bedoya would do a better job over him. But if there's no other options aside from Bedoya, I don't know. I don't know what other options we have on the wing, so maybe that is the best option we have right now is Nagbe and Bedoya. But I don't think he's the great player, kind of like Bradley. I don't think he's the great player that everybody else is seeing whenever he plays in the MLS, So, Pulisic, though, is that great player. I mean, if there was any doubt, really, that he has the ability to do it on the international stage, he showed tonight he has the ability to do it on the international stage. And a lot of that kind of has to do with the fact that Dempsey was up there, and I think part of his problem, Pulisic's problem, has been he's been playing these great balls, but Altidore and Wood aren't really intelligent enough to read that. Dempsey is a true poacher. I mean, he knows where to position himself, and so he's getting on the end of most of Pulisic's passes and crosses because he knows where to position himself. He knows where to be. He reads that very well, especially because he's older, so he doesn't move as much as he used to. he knows where to position himself to win the ball and have a shot. So I think the fact that Dempsey was out there tonight kind of helped Pulisic a little bit and just helped him, I guess, combine with a striker who knows where to make the runs, who knows what runs to make. So I mean, but aside from that, he still is just our probably our most dangerous attacking threat at the moment. As far as if you let him go, if you don't track him, he's gonna hurt you. And I think international teams are starting to figure that out because he was fouled so many times tonight just because he's on the ball and they're like, we gotta foul him, we gotta stop him, or else he's gonna hurt us. So really enjoy watching him play. Dempsey and Altidore up top. Like I said, Dempsey very intelligent forward, knows where to be, knows where to position himself, and can still do it. I mean, hat trick. That's exactly what you want out of your striker. Altidore didn't do poor tonight, but I think he could have done better. I think there are times when, obviously he made a couple great passes leading up to a couple of the goals, but I want to see more from him as far as, I guess, the striker part of him. More than just, oh, I make a good pass, oh, I can hold up the ball for a second. I want to see more from him as far as like Dempsey, the mentality to put himself in the right position. There's one, Pulisic cuts back, hits this great cross to him, and it's like he's not ready for it to come over the head of the defender, and so it bounces off his chest to the keeper because he wasn't ready for it. Moments like that, he needs to cut out of his game because it happens too often. There's way too many times where it feels like out the door's in and the chance is gone. So he needs to fix those moments. He needs to stop making those mistakes because honestly, those mistakes are what are making me think I'd rather have Dempsey in right now. I'd rather Dempsey be in over Altidore because Dempsey can make those smart decisions. He doesn't make those same mistakes. So I don't know. His work ethic is definitely there. Like I saw a lot of hard work from Altidore tonight. I saw, the strength to hold up the play, the speed to get past the defense. I saw that. It's just he didn't have any goals to show for it. He didn't really have any good chances to show for it. I can't think of any shots he really had. So he just needs to work that part of his game a bit more. If he can figure that out, I think he has the potential to be a really, really good striker. But right now, he's just a big striker. He's just a big, strong striker, and that's all he is. He's not really a clinical striker. So he needs to fix that part of his game. Onto the subs. Bedoya came on early for Leggett. Did pretty well. It wasn't the typical Bedoya performance I'm used to, where he's constantly just doing everything he can, threatening. But I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that the threat was mainly Pulisic tonight. Bedoya was mainly just out wide, and just that's where he stayed. He didn't really have to cut in that often because Pulisic was already there and he was already taking up that space. So I think that kind of limited him to the side a little bit. He still did some really good stuff when he got on the ball, and he still works really hard, which is what I know him for. So I was very pleased with that. Zusi came on for Cameron in the second half because, like I said, lack of depth. But he had to go to right back, and considering he doesn't play that position, he did pretty well. I mean, had to make this one last-ditch tackle late on in the game to keep the clean sheet. So, but yeah, he's not one of my favorite players, and honestly, he's probably not one of our best. He's definitely not one of our best players, but I wouldn't say he's one of our worst players, but he's not really up to the average player either. He's not one of those players that I think of and I'm just like, yeah, we need to get Zusi in. But I will give him, he always works hard when he comes out there. He always gives it his all. So even though he's not one of the players that I look to when I think we need to get somebody out there, I will say if there's ever a game where we just need somebody to get out there and work their butt off as hard as they can, I would probably turn to Zusi as one of the first ones because that's what he does very well. And he showed that tonight. Even though he's not a right back, his hard work made up for that fact. His lack of defense doesn't matter. He's working hard and he wins it back. And then finally, Ring came on because Brooks went out injured. Great. He's kind of a younger defender, so I didn't really see much from him. but I'm hoping maybe that experience on the international level will start to help him grow into a better defender because we need some backup. You know, Brooks is out, if Cameron's out, we don't really have that many options. You know, you got Beasler after that, and that's kind of a scary option to have Gonzalez and Beasler in at the same time. So I'm hoping that defenders like Ream can start to get some more time and start to grow into it and start to become a bit more of a, I guess, a defensive rock back there because we need somebody like that. Brooks used to be that back in Copa America, but then the past couple of games it's shown that he does have his flaws as well. So we need somebody back there who's consistently just always going to put in a good performance, always going to do whatever they can to keep us in the game. And I don't know, I feel like Ream has a potential to be that if he gets some more time. So maybe he'll get some time against Panama. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe Arena will say Beasler go in, but from what I saw tonight, he looks like a decent defender. I didn't see anything special, but he didn't have a whole lot of time to make an impact. So all in all, like I said, just the team performance was better. It was a lot better. It was a good overall performance to go with a good overall result, and it helps us get back into this. We needed a win, and we needed a convincing win because I think a lot of teams after the first two games were thinking, "Oh yeah, USA, they're a little fragile right now. Maybe we can take them." But I don't know if it's Bruce Arena coming in or if it's the fact that it was just a change of system and manager that the team needed. But I think this game tonight shows that we have the talent on the field. We have the ability to do this. It's just a matter of utilizing that ability and putting forth the effort to go on and get a win. Because we need to start looking at that more. We need to start looking at the fact that a lot of the times all it takes is just putting forth the effort. Going as hard as you can, even if you're not the most technical player on the field, even if you're not the best player in the field. You work hard, you can get a result like this. So I like the fact that we managed to put them away so easily and make the others in the group think about us as kind of a threat again. Although that may not be a good thing considering that now if they look at us as a threat, now they're going to go all out against us. But I don't know. We got Panama coming up, I think on Sunday, so hopefully we can get another good result, another good win. But until then, that's about it for me. Like I said, I apologize for being kind of all over the place, but I'm really tired. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Who's your man of the match? Who did you think stood out the most? Let me know. We can talk about and discuss all the good stuff. Leave a like and subscribe for the future USA World Cup reviews, and I'll see you at the next one. Peace out.